All right, guys, today we'll be doing the homework for percent proportions. I will be doing the odd numbers as usual. Let's work with number 17. Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Let's remember that is our mission, to round to the nearest tenth. What number is 25% of 180? Well, once again, we look for these magic words, is and of, and we always remember is will go above of. Okay, and so is 25%, so we know that we're going to start out by putting 25% on top, because if it starts with is, it's going on top. Since it's 25%, we know the bottom part has to be 100%, because it's always 100%. Of 180. Now, of again means the bottom. And since we're talking about 180, we're going to put 180 on the bottom of our other fraction. And we are going to be looking for the top number. Okay, so now we cross multiply. And if I cross multiply, I'm going to use my highlighter to display that we will be multiplying 180 to 25% and x to 100. And let's go ahead and work that out. That's going to give me 180 times 25, and that has to equal 100 times x. Well, now it's time to go ahead and get our calculator working, and we see that we've got 180 times 25, and that's going to equal 4,500. Now that has to equal 100x, because 100 times x is 100x. To get 100 away from x, I have to divide 100 from 100x, leaving me x all alone. But whatever I divided from one side, I have to divide from the other. We know that we can simply move 2 decimal points over to give us 45 as our answer. So x equals 45. 18 is for you to do, and I'm going to work on 19 now. Let's see. 9 is 45% of what number? Once again, we got is 45%, so our percent will go on top. Of our 100%. And it says of what number? The minute it said of, we know it goes on the bottom. So this time, we'll be putting x on the bottom. And that leaves 9 to go up on top. So 9 is 45% of 100, or of what number? So again, we'll cross multiply. And once again, I'll put the highlighter to use. 9 will be multiplied to 100. And x will be multiplied to 45. So 9 times 100, we all know that's going to be 900, so I'll just bring it down here, is going to equal 45 times x, which we all know will become 45x. Now we have to divide 45 away from 45x, so we can get x by itself. Whatever I do to one side, I must be prepared to do to the other. Now we have 900 divided by 45. Well, 900 divided by 45 equals 20. So our answer is 20. All right, we're going to number 21, but not before I decide to put in my secret code word. So the secret code word today will be, well, let's see, I'm sitting at my desk. what should I use for my secret code word? Well, we all know that I've been talking about the Anime Club lately. So I'm going to go ahead and put the secret code word is Anime Club. All right. If you write this on your homework, you'll get a treat tomorrow when you come in. So now I'm going to erase it so no one should be able to see it, except for the people that actually do the homework. All right, so here we go again. Going to number 21. What percent of 60 is 12? Well, again, what percent of 60? Well, we know 60 has of in front of it, so that will go on the bottom. And it says, what percent of 60? Well, they're asking for what percent is going to be there. So the percent is what we're looking for this time. And we always know that we're looking for a percent of 100. So is 12, 12 has to come over 60 then. And we're ready to rock and roll again. This time we know that we'll have 12 times 100. I think we all know that's going to be 1200. It's got to be equal to 60 times x, which of course would be 60x. Now I have to divide 60 from 60x, and when I do, I must be prepared to divide it from the other side. Well, I know that 12 divided by 6 is going to give me 2, so I know this is going to start with 2. And I'm thinking there's going to be an extra 0 there, because 60 times 20 is going to give me a 12 and then 2 zeros, and that looks like it's right. I'll check with the calculator just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on this one. 1200 divided by 60 should give me 20. Sure does. All right, so 20 will equal x. Since we're talking about percents this time, this is 20%. All right, let's move on to number 23. It says Roman has 2 red pencils in his backpack. If this is 25% of the total number of pencils, how many pencils are in his backpack? Well, Roman has 2 red pencils in his backpack. All right. And this is 25% of the total. Well, 25% has to go on top out of the 100% that's total. So basically, we're looking for how many actual pencils does he have? How many pencils are in his backpack? Well, 2 times 100 has to equal 25x. Well, we know that 2 times 100 is 200. And now we have to go ahead and get 25 away from x, which means it's time to divide. Whatever I divide from one side, I'm going to divide from the other side. And 200 divided by 25 is 8. So that means he has 8 pencils in his backpack. Last problem is number 25 that I'll be working for you. It says find each number, round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. So the nearest hundredth, huh? Okay. What percent of 25 is 30? All right. So let's see, what percent? They're looking for a percent, right? So that's got to be the number over 100. Of 25, of is in front of 25, so it will be on the bottom, is 30. Okay. And now we take 30 times 300, and we know that it has to equal 25 times x. Well, we know that 30 times 100 is 3,000. And 3,000 has to equal 25x. Now we know it's time to divide. We'll divide 25 from 25x to get x by itself. Of course, whatever I divide from one side, I must be prepared to divide from the other side. 3,000 divided by 25. 3,000 divided by 25 will give me 120. So it is 120%. Okay? 120% of 25 is 30. And that's it for my part. Good luck with the rest of your homework, and see you tomorrow.